So yeah, this is a Jesus fish. I'm sure many of you would have seen this before. People put this on their cars and it represents their faith in Jesus Christ. But originally this was used in the early Christian church where people would hide in secret and practice their faith in secret because of persecution. And they had to use these to signify they were Christians and that no one else would know that they were. Now the word for fish in Greek is ichthys. And ichthys is actually an acronym for the words Jesus Christ, Son of God, Saviour. Now you may be wondering why this part of the fish tail is gone. And the reason I'm making this video today is because this happened a few weeks ago. This was on the back of my car and someone randomly came along and just snapped the tail off, right? For no other reason, I'm assuming, other than the fact that this is a Christian symbol. And this is the UK we live in, you know, the place where the gospel was spread in the past across the world from the United Kingdom, a very Christian country, although now they say that less than half of the UK population even identifies as Christian, so it's no longer a Christian country, which may actually be the case, since this sort of stuff, I've noticed, is getting more and more controversial to say that you're a Christian or to show it publicly. Not only did someone rip the tail off the fish, someone else came and clean ripped off the whole fish from the car, just ripped it off, not even their property, my property, presumably because it represents Jesus Christ and Christianity. They ripped it full off the car and then they posted it through this letterbox into my house. And this is not a high crime area. So for this to happen shows to me that there is intentional hatred towards Jesus in a once Christian country. And it's so sad to see it happening. You know, someone else I know was walking down the street a few months ago and they had a hoodie on that had Jesus on it. And someone in the car just like purposely flipped them off and swore at them just because they're wearing a hoodie with their faith on it. I don't feel like this would happen. I don't know about you, but I don't feel like this would happen if I had a New Age symbol on my car or any other religion. So, you know, it's clearly targeted at Christianity. And we have to remember not to fear in this, because God will have the last say. He is the righteous judge and he will deal with this accordingly in time. But this is the world we live in now in the West. And it's so sad to see it going that way. But you may ask, what is replacing this gap left behind from Christianity in this country?
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Just wondering, it's interesting to see how these old churches are now become cinemas and things like that. How long has this been a cinema for? 3 years.
It's been a nightclub for...
Been a nightclub? Oh, this was a nightclub before. Because people aren't really going to the churches anymore, so they're kind of just selling them off. Is that right?
Aye. Because of the fact that there's loads of churches.
Yeah, there's so many churches.
So many churches, a lot of them are getting sold off.
Yeah. Because in England they're getting converted into apartments and you know, so it's happening all over the UK. It's
there's still quite a lot of churches going about.
Yeah, nightclub's a bit much though, isn't it? You know, when it used to be a place of religious place, and now then it's a nightclub. That's quite a big difference, isn't it?
It was.
Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
So what we're looking at here is obviously an old church. This is no longer a church. It's now an Islamic education centre and worship centre. Since some of these churches are on decline and people are not going to them as much, they're now turning into mosques.
These premises of the old churches are quite suitable because they're designed for religious purposes and education. So it's easy to convert them or to use the facility for the similar purpose.
And you were saying that you were seeing a lot up and down the country that
Yes.
a lot of these old churches are now being used as
But
mosques.
there are many churches who have become sort of who are being used for other purposes, but some have become mosques.
Do you hope that other people will start coming to these old churches and learn about Islam as well?
They're welcome to. Many people do come and visit us. We've had visits from schools, interested people, some groups as well.
From a Christian perspective, how would you feel if the mosques were converted into churches? Would you be happy with that?
I think if that scenario became, I can't really comment on that but that's unlikely to happen in the foreseeable future, because Muslims are probably more committed to their religion as it stands today. We don't know what the future holds.
So do you think the future of the church is in question?
In the UK,
it
remains in question, yes.
Really?
Because I think you can see that many people now, families and especially younger people think that religion is not important.
The old church. The building used to be, for hundreds of years, it was a Christian church, and now you've kind of set up shop here and are using it to teach people about Islam. Is that?
And we're teaching people, especially the Muslim family students who.
I see you put a crescent moon on top of the steeple.
Yeah.
It's very not something we see. You know, we're maybe seeing more of it in the UK now, but this, for like people in America who are watching this, is probably quite a strange contrast to see like a old church building with the crescent moon.
So it's quite strange, but still it's all the beliefs. We respect all the beliefs, and anyone is welcome in our mosque. Anyone can come in, either you're a Muslim or not. So you are more than welcome.